That is one. And second, from a personal point of view, I would say manufacturing or building something and bringing something into real life personally gives me a lot of joy. Making something beautiful, which I can proudly show to other people, uh, is a joy that cannot be very easily communicated in words.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Tabs, the Ayushi Bhatt show, where we open some tabs and browse through all of them to find out new technologies, innovations, design. So while I was browsing through my tabs, I came up with one company called Relso. It is the cloud manufacturing company for the furniture. So I found it very interesting. And for you guys, I have reached out to one of the co-founders who is also the CTO of the company. His name is Jay Kumar Trivedi. So Jay's journey from IIT Roorkee to IIM Ahmedabad and starting their new ventures and founding the company in manufacturing is truly inspiring. So let's start talk to him. Hello Jay, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Ayushi?
If you could have any piece of furniture from history or fiction, what would it be and why?
That's an interesting question. Now that I think of it, if I had to choose a piece of furniture from either history or fiction, then I would most likely go for the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. I would love to own a chair forged by by dragons and using 1,000 swords. So that would be something cool to have.
Yes, Jay. Can you tell me about your journey? How you started the venture or manufacturing company, and it was for you in IIT and IIM.
So I wish I've always been kind of a middle class boy from a tier 2 city, which is Surat. I completed my 12th studies from Surat itself, and I think in 10th standard is when I got introduced to the concept and the awe of IIT, and I was lucky enough to have some mentoring in Surat, where I studied for IIT JEE, and I appeared in the exam and got into IIT Roorkee Civil Engineering. I would say some of the best years of my life. Those 4 years, I learned more about life, friendship, and kind of relationships than I have done in ever since or ever before, right? So, and I think studying was more of a side activity for us, and we did everything else that we could do apart from studying, and that included all the cultural activities, all adventure sports, trips in Uttarakhand, trips in Himachal Pradesh, trekking, this, that. In the last year again, I had a couple of job offers from my placement, campus placement, but I also got into IIM Ahmedabad that year, so I decided to kind of go and be an MBA. And I think academics wise, two of the toughest years at IIM Ahmedabad. I had to slog a lot to even catch up with some of my peers, and I would say this is where I got some clarity about what I wanted to do next in the life. I had two things that I always wanted to do. One, I wanted to experiment, at least in the initial years of my life. Wanted to see different walks of life. And second, eventually I wanted to have my own business or own something of my own, right? And that's where I decided to leave my job early on and started this company, co-founded this company called Zook, and we made amazing fashion accessories made of Indian ethnic materials and prints, and I could not continue, unfortunately, with Zook because of my health problems, but Zook is today doing wonderful, and I'm extremely happy to see the progress that they've done. And after Zook, I kind of decided to pursue technology, which is something I still do today. I'm a technologist or a tech enthusiast by heart, and we have and I started a small consulting firm. We grew that, done some really amazing projects, and then eventually that morphed into me wanting to do something about the Indian manufacturing sector or build a startup in the Indian manufacturing ecosystem and bring whatever I know about technology to that startup and see if we could scale something up. And that's where I decided to start Relso along with two of my other co-founders. And that's what I've been doing today. So yeah, that's been my journey so far.
Okay, that's a really great journey. Thank you for sharing with us. Uh, Tell me, Relso is described as an innovator in a furniture manufacturing. Can you explain what makes Relso stand out in the industry?
Yeah, sure. We decided to build a company that would kind of help the small and medium-sized players all across the world in the furniture industry to be able to compete with the likes of Wayfairs and Amazons and IKEAs of the world. And we identified some problems in the supply chain on the design side which were not very well answered. And after going through all these, we came up with this concept called Cloud Factory, and we reorganized the supply chain in a way, or at least that's what we are trying to do. But reorganizing the supply chain in a way there where somebody can order really amazing designs in relatively very small quantities and get them in record turnaround times, and that's what we are trying to build. The entire design to delivery arm for a small to medium sized retail. So that's the vision that we're chasing.
Okay, so can you explain one liner definition about Cloud Factory? What is Cloud Factory?
Sure. So in the simplest of terms, a cloud factory means that Relso is a cloud factory, and Relso is a destination for these companies to reach out, and they can get wide varieties of furniture designs and they can order them in really small quantities, get them manufactured and be delivered. So they don't have to worry about finding factories, figuring out the materials, making sure that the designs are good, handling the logistics part of the entire business. If you like a design, Relso will take care of everything that goes into manufacturing of that piece of furniture, all the way from design to stability to the quality to logistics, and hence Relso becomes this umbrella factory with which lots of people can interact, and they can leave all their worries about manufacturing to Relso, and they can just focus on figuring out the right product and just focus on selling this product, which is the best thing that they do.
Oh, okay. That's a really new concept for in today's industry, I guess. So I heard you use AI, artificial intelligence. That sounds fascinating. So how does Relso utilize AI to enhance design or recommendation or customer satisfaction?
So I would say we are still in the early stages of developing the full-blown analytics and artificial intelligence engine that we envision. And what we are trying to do is there are two main problems where today's small retailer struggles a lot, which is figuring out what would sell well or where the trend is going, and hence what kind of inventory they should keep. That is the first problem that they struggle with, and the second problem that they struggle with is coming up with new designs that are in line with the current trend. At the same time, they are differentiated enough so that they are unique and they can attract customers towards those designs, right? And these are precisely the two problems we are trying to solve with technology and AI. The first one we are helping them solve by building a cutting-edge search engine that specializes on furniture products across the globe. We are collecting massive amounts of data, millions of products, and everything to know about these products, like what kind of materials they use, what are the design styles, how well they are doing in the market, when were they introduced, how they are receiving the reception of these products, what are the correct pricing for these products. And we are building an intuitive search interface on top of that, where anybody can come in and ask very simple to very complex questions to this AI and understand what is the right kind of trend that they can tap into, and then they can make the decision on what kind of furniture they should buy, which designs should they pursue, what are the in-trend design, which designs are going out of trend, and hence they should shy away from those. These are the kind of questions then that they can ask, and we'll continue to build on top of this. But we are very excited about this piece of technology. And the second piece of technology that we are building is around design innovation. I think generative technologies, generative AI has come a long way. Building our own piece of technology where we are able to generate original designs and market test them in a really fast manner. And then whichever one seems successful, whichever one seems like they are getting good response, we can very quickly productionize those designs. There are two pieces of technologies where we are trying to leverage AI.
Oh, that is really interesting. ये AI के ज़माने में AI integrate करना with the furniture company, it's really interesting and fascinating, I would say. One of the USP is a customization. So can you elaborate how Relso ensures the high quality with the customization and maintaining efficiency with it?
Okay, sure, absolutely. So that's I think one of the key offerings that we have at Relso, which is customization at really low quantities. And in the international or global market, that's where Indian manufacturing ecosystem really shines. In other countries like China or Vietnam, which are other furniture sourcing destinations apart from India, you cannot really get customizations at really low quantities. And the way we are able to do so is in India, if you see the manufacturing landscape, you see that there are lots of small size manufacturing units rather than few large manufacturing units. And these small manufacturing units, they have low overheads compared to a larger factory, and that's why they are kind of able to survive even at lower MOQs. And at Relso, we have our own, design customization workflow, which is where we are able to internally, first of all, customize or change a piece of furniture, create a sample, create a prototype, and then we are able to get those things manufactured from our partner factories. So that's what we are, and that's something that we have heard really positive reviews about.
Oh, that's great. I guess customization is booming these days, like in every industry, in a digital or physical industry, everywhere customization is important, I guess.
Right.
So, what's the role of sustainability within Relso manufacture processes?
So sustainability is at the core of Relso's philosophy, and we want to make sure that whatever we do in the most sustainable manner, and it doesn't only involve environmental sustainability. It involves both environmental as well as social sustainability. We do not encourage harmful manufacturing practices, or we do not encourage illegal, material sourcing. So every single piece of material that we source is through legal sources that ensures that it is government approved and hence it does not harm our environment. That is number one. Second, all the manufacturing that happens in Relso factories are certified through multiple agencies that make sure that the manufacturing practices or labor practices are not predatory in nature. And third, we minimize the amount of carbon footprint wherever we can. So we come up with innovative packaging solutions which require lower material. We even come up with innovative designs which require lower material for the same amount of strength, and also give very unique design, right? So and we continue to keep on innovating on this particular front wherever we get an opportunity, to make sure that everything that we do is towards better sustainability. uh, I think one thing here I would like to mention, core, the choice of our core material, which is then solid wood, is something that came out of sustainability itself, because we want to use sustainable materials which can be regrown, right? We do not use plastics, we do not use vinyls in our manufacturing, and the polishing materials are also natural materials as far as possible, right? So all these things kind of set us apart, and we are happy to see a lot of positive response from the market about these things as well.
That's great because in near future, every company wants to become a sustainable and working towards it. So uh, even this IKEA company claimed to be using a renewable furniture by 2030, I guess. How do you envision Relso evolving in next 5 years, especially in terms of technology or market reach?
Um, okay, great question. We really want to become market leaders in the small MOQ latest design category that we're playing in, and there is a huge market where this particular business requirement is there, but not very well fulfilled. And if all goes well, right now we are targeting the North American market, which is USA and Canada, and we want to establish ourselves as leading players in those markets. And We also want to venture into some nearby markets like the Middle Eastern and the North African markets, which is where we see a lot of growth coming in the next decade. Because there's a lot of construction going on, a lot of furniture that will be, that will get purchased over the next decade. uh, and we would want to be we would love to be a part of their journey, their furniture journey, as well. So yeah, if you ask me, in terms of market reach, I would definitely want to become a leading player in the North American market, as well as some good, market entry into these markets. In terms of technology, I think that a couple of directions that this entire thing could go. First, we have understood that we will become a design first company, uh, because design is the primary driving factor behind furniture sales. If you are able to come up with the right kind of designs, latest designs, and if you're able to follow the trends in the right manner, then you will be able to sell great furniture to a lot many people. So and we are, as I said in one of the previous questions, we are kind of dedicating an entire tech team to building out an entire solution around staying on top of the current trends, and figuring out what should sell, what will not sell, and building out the right kind of furniture at the right time. So that's there. Second, I think as we go along, as you've seen in a lot of other categories or segments, individualization of products and fast fashion or fast movement of goods is becoming a norm. So that has already become very prevalent in the apparel industry, where fast fashion is a thing right now. Companies like Shein, like the revolution started with I guess Zara, and then Shein has taken it to a next level. And with that, a lot of people have come to expect that uh, they would want to see what is the latest in the furniture industry or furniture space. and they would want to keep on renovating their homes at at least the smaller pieces of their home, and so that's kind of the fast piece of the fast furniture. That's the future trend that we see coming. And the second piece is individualization, which is where people have kind of become way more free to express their own unique identity, unique impression, or unique understanding, or unique persona of their own, uh, and which is something we absolutely love. uh, Nothing speaks more personal than their home, and we want to enable people to customize even a single piece of furniture which is perfect for their home, which shouts their identity, or which is absolutely subtle based on again their personality. Right now there is no way you can get those kind of things done as a consumer, and that is something that we want to try out in the future, and we are very excited about this entire thought experiment.
I think yes, you are correct. Even on Instagram Reels or everywhere, I'm watching people are decorating their own homes, and there are some pieces they can't find anywhere, so they start building by themselves. So maybe there is a good opportunity to work there. Okay, again, if we talk about the Zara and Shein, this fast fashion companies, they are making a huge fashion waste, and which is harmful for our earth. So we have to think about, if we go into the fast furniture, we don't harm our earth.
No, absolutely, you're correct. There are a couple of things. This is something that we think about again. I think there are a few subtleties between the furniture space and the fashion space. The material we use is very easily recyclable. Wood, if you're not using it for a particular piece of furniture, you can always repurpose that into another piece of furniture. Second, the the market for reclaimed furniture is also significantly large. So you would not want to use somebody else's used clothes, but refurbished, reclaimed furniture is kind of a specialty, and at a delicacy, if I say so, for a lot of people. And there is a huge export segment from India to the world itself, where people reclaim, the old doors, old furnitures that are lying around in some Indian, small Indian hut, and then they refurbish that and sell it at a huge premium. So I think because of these small things, we believe that fast furniture would be a way more sustainable stream of business than fast fashion would be.
Oh, that's really insightful. Like, yes, you are correct. There are more scope in the fast furniture, I feel. So, can you give me some, exciting or exciting, crazy technology that can happen, or can you speculate some technologies in the future, in the next maybe 10 or 20 years ahead of future, that will go crazy for the furniture or interior design?
Oh, absolutely. I think robots are coming sooner than you think, and the entire manufacturing space is going to change like anything. That is going to change almost any manufacturing space, including furniture. We'll be able to see way more innovation in furniture manufacturing because of the advent of robotics. I keep on thinking about this. So it's similar to how the photography changed the entire space of portraits. Earlier there used to be artisans, painters that used to make portraits for you, and then photography suddenly allowed anybody with a camera to take a portrait of anybody, and a way more a, a way more accurate portrait of anybody. I think that's how robotics would change the furniture manufacturing space. And hence, again, so I'll go back and say that the design leadership is going to be very important in the future, because manufacturing could become very commoditized. That is one. Second, I would say 3D printing is one technology where I'm kind of curious to know what happens, because it has a lot of scope and lot of interesting applications about around individualization of anything that you can print. And if 3D printing technologies can print a good looking and strong furniture, then that could potentially change how the entire scenario looks like.
That's correct. 3D printing is going crazy, I guess. So there can be so many possibilities. We can do some innovations with the 3D printing. That's an interesting topic, I would say. Um, to wrap up our conversation, what will be the nice piece of advice you will give the student who wants to start the manufacturing sectors, or student or any entrepreneurs, I would say?
I would say do it. I think it comes from two different angles. One, for a growing country like India, it is very important that we are really good at manufacturing stuff. We are good at making our own stuff and making stuff for other countries in the world, because that's the only way you are able to grow faster than your natural consumption, right? So as a country, it is very, very important that we excel in manufacturing anything, literally anything, not just furniture. That is why. And second, from a personal point of view, I would say manufacturing or building something and bringing something into real life personally gives me a lot of joy. Making something beautiful, which I can proudly show to other people, uh, is a joy that cannot be very easily communicated in words. That's one of the motivations why I decided to start Zoo, to create some wonderful fashion accessories, fashion bags. And this is again, Relso is one of the manifestations of that particular motivation, where I really want to build something beautiful, something that I could very proudly show to all my family, all my friends, everybody in the world, and share my joy of building with them.
I see, because even your designs, or the your vision of design, even if you are not from the design background, I can see some clarity about the design in your let's say Instagram page, or the website, or the products you are producing. It's a great taste, I would say.
Thank you. So very kind of you.
So, can you share any specific challenge you have faced to while building the Relso, and you overcome it, and how did you overcome it?
Sure. So see, any venture that you start, anything that you start from scratch, will be challenging by default. You cannot escape it. So part of the game is to accept the challenge and, in fact, enjoy the challenge without worrying too much about the outcomes. And it was especially true for us because all like we are three co-founders, and none of us are from the manufacturing industry. Neither we are from the furniture industry. Neither are we from the import-export industry. So the entire business we are building, literally, when we started discussing or thinking about, we did not know anything about. So we were learning literally everything about the business from scratch, starting from furniture materials, designs, manufacturing, logistics, sales, the target markets, how to make sure the furniture is of the right quality, how to deliver, how to estimate the correct timelines for manufacturing. Every question you asked, we did not, the answer was we don't know. And we started learning about those things from scratch. We found, luckily, some good people who helped us learn about those things faster than we would have hoped for. And that entire journey has been amazing. We are now at a place where we understand way more than we used to understand about a year back, and we hope to do something good with that. So fingers crossed, but yes, that's been the journey so far. And as I think Jeff Bezos always kept on saying, it's day one for Amazon. I truly like that statement. It's day one. We still don't know anything about anything, and the more we learn, the better we better we are off.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Uh, it was very great to talk to you. It's really insightful. What Relso is a very unique concept, I would say, in India, for India at least. There is no company currently maybe doing this kind of stuff in this industry. So, looking forward for a new design and new technologies, how you integrate or how Relso excel themselves. So
Thanks a lot, Ayushi. This has been a wonderful chat. I wish you best of luck for your future in this podcast, and I'm really excited about where it goes as well. So please keep me posted. And again, amazing to chat with you.
thank you so much, Jay, for sharing your journey and insight with us. I hope it will be very helpful for everyone. If you guys want to keep up update with the Relso, go check out their website, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're active. And I will share those link in the caption. That's all for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed talking with Jay, the fascinating talk, as much as I did. Stay tuned for the next episode where we again open new tabs and browse through new technologies, innovations, and design. Until next time, keep your curiosity and those all tabs open in your browser. We will surely go through it and see you in the next tab. Bye.